Hello and welcome back to Eurovision 365. I'm delighted to say I'm joined by one of this year's Eurosong 2023 finalists. That's right, it's Leila Jane! Woo! Woo!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well, yeah. Excited.
Congratulations on making it to the Eurosong final. When did you find out that you were one of six?
I found out, I think it was in December. I was actually shopping in Tesco's and I had a missed call and I was like, oh, who's that? And then I rang it back and then I was like, oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
So what prompted you to enter Eurosong?
What prompted me was that I got this, just randomly, unexpectedly, this message from a lovely Estonian songwriter who had this vision for a song called Wild about sort of feminine courage and, you know, empowerment and fearlessness and all that. And she said, would I like to collaborate on it? And it was kind of like a no-brainer. It's like, well, yeah, like that sounds great. And she wanted to enter it into the Eurovision Song Contest, but she needed like an artist to represent it, of course. So she had found me on the Dublin City Today YouTube channel, a busking video of me.
Yeah.
So that's how she chose me to contact. So kind of nearing the deadline, and I had to get the vocals done over here and then send them over there. And then I realized, oh, right, I actually have to like fill out the application form as the artist. So did the song together, and it's just been such a great experience. Also, I'm really enjoying working with this team, and they're such great people to work with, and I definitely would work with them again in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how it happened, really.
Was scouted almost. You were like a talent search, and they found you on that Dublin City. Albeit the dream has become a reality for you, really, in getting the song through. Did you watch last year's Eurosong and the Eurovision Song Contest? And if you did, what were your thoughts?
I do have memories, really, with the Eurovision. It was more of a sort of childhood thing. I remember watching it with my parents and like writing out the scores and you know, getting very serious about it. My dad's obsessed with the Eurovision.
See,
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like
that's
secretly.
How it started.
Yeah. So, but to be able to tell him that I'm actually going through to hopefully represent Ireland, it's a big thing for him, really. It's very chuffed.
I bet. Proud dad for sure. So your song is a great one. Wild is a fantastic song. I mean, you mentioned at the start of our chat, Jen, around the meaning of it, but what is the meaning of the song for you?
Well, for me, I feel like it does describe a lot about me, and like I've always found that I get things done a lot better if I trust myself and I'm self-reliant and I kind of like just go for it. And for me, that's what the song's about. And it's a lot of love songs, for example, are like about I need you, like, you know, I'm not whole without you, like, please come back to me. Whereas
Please hold me, make me whole again. Yeah.
Whereas this is like, you know what, I'm good on my own, I just need a bit of space and I'll be fine, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good message, because I think a lot of people will be able to relate to it, and just to listen to it. I think I was chatting to my friend yesterday and he said that he loves listening to it in the gym, and because it's got quite a like upbeat rhythm to it, and
so
it's motivating.
Definitely, it's empowering and motivating then, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well as the song, I have to say I loved the video as well. I love the start of it. How much fun was that to make?
It was a lot of fun. I worked on that music video with the filmmaker Eamon Murphy, and I realized I had to like get the song released and kind of like promote it a bit. I was like, oh, it'd be great to do a music video. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to contact that guy. And he was a perfect guy to work with. We had so much fun. Like a lot of those shots, like I'm very serious and like deadpan in the shots, but it took a while to stop laughing actually, like in reality, to get there. because we were very we had a lot of fun coming up with all the ideas and trying to like give it a bit of a quirky vibe.
I think I'm right. In saying you are the only performer of the six that has like a music video. I think the rest are like album covers or like stills. So that is a huge great thing for yourself. So does Leila Jane. You are polling really well among fans at the moment. I'm sure you've maybe noticed that, or maybe you're not. You're wanting to keep away from that. I just wonder, with you polling so well, is that creating any kind of pressure, or is it full of optimism? Is it a really great feeling, or what's your thoughts on it?
Like it is a good feeling, but as well at the same time, I do like agree that I'm kind of more focused on just what it means to me to do this performance and like just trying to focus. And of course, there's going to be opinions, good and bad, floating around on the internet or whatever. Like for me, they don't really mean anything at the end of the day, because I've got to just focus on the task ahead of me and do the song justice when the time comes to perform it.
Yeah, of course.
So,
Yeah. Speaking of that, are you able to give us any idea of how you would like it to be staged?
The person in the music video on the TV, that's Michelle, actually. She's coming over from Canada, actually. She will be in the performance behind me.
Wow. Well,
So yeah, I'm working with her on the choreography.
Oh wow, that'd be awesome. If you were to represent Ireland on stage in Liverpool, how would you make that transition from, that sort of smaller audience to that massive stage?
Yes. Well, I would have to just sort of break out my inner Beyonce.
Okay.
And I have been being on like a restricted smaller stage with like microphone, like guitar in front of me, but I don't think it's like out of my. I think I am capable of dropping that and being a bit more expressive and having a bigger performance with a bit of choreography would be cool.
Yeah. Would you like to do choreography yourself, or would you just want to concentrate on that amazing vocal that you have?
Yeah, I think it'll be that will be the sort of challenging part, to balance having some choreography and also being able to give the vocals, the support that they need. So, but we'll work something out, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think I'm detecting English accent. Am I right in that? So if you were to go and represent Ireland, how would that feel for you to be representing Ireland with obviously a massive support that Liverpool will give?
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
I know I do have an English accent. In Dublin, like a lot of people think I'm Australian.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, like 98% of the time.
Right.
But it's just because I actually grew up in Letterkenny and Donegal. But I can do a Donegal accent if I need to. But I was born in London, and my mum's English. My dad's from Letterkenny. So we moved to Donegal when I was 6, but by then I already was very solidified in my strong English accent, so it was very hard to get rid of. And yeah, it's just always been pretty weird, because I feel like I identify mainly with like my Irish side, but everyone, even when I'm at home in Letterkenny, everyone always asks me where I'm from. When I'm like, I'm from Letterkenny, and they're like, yeah, right.
Pull the other one. Okay. But what are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen. I would be extremely honoured to make it through to the Eurovision in Liverpool. It would be such an amazing, exciting experience. But right now I'm very excited about just being able to perform on the Late Late Show. I
Yeah.
kind of I I was it was kind of a dream of mine. Like I'd be busking there and thinking, "Oh, I'd love to be on the Late Late Show." And
Yeah. Yeah.
there was one day before I found out that I got through that I was busking, right? And I just saw Ryan Tubridy walk past. Like he was wearing sunglasses and he gave me the thumbs up as I was singing I Will Survive. Um so
Yeah.
maybe that was a sign.
That was, yeah, that could have been your sign for sure. Thumbs up, I will survive. And the song is really about surviving, isn't it? What way you've described it, it's about getting through and
It's a
yeah.
similar theme, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So fingers crossed for you, for sure. Is there anything, Leila Jane, you would like to say to fans, particularly those in Ireland who are eligible to vote for you on the 3rd of February?
Yes, well, I just want to thank everyone for the support already that I've received, and just it's been so lovely and reassuring, and I really hope that the song speaks to you and that you just enjoy the performance as much as I do on the night, and that kind of makes you want to vote for me. I think I'd be a very good person to represent Ireland, and I'd put my all into it. And I'm just very dedicated to making something great. So you can rely on me.
Yeah, Jen, all I want to say is thank you so much for allowing me to chat with you and affording me this time with you. I want to wish you nothing but the very best of luck for that final on the 3rd of February. And yeah, fingers crossed, we might see you at the other side on the stage in Liverpool. But thanks so much for chatting.
Thank you.
Alone out here for miles, I've lasted this long.